Today we're going to talk about tailgating while you're whole food plant-based. It's baseball season now, and everyone's tailgating. We have football season coming up, and just because you're whole food plant-based doesn't mean you can't tailgate. So we got some great ideas, original ideas and recipes coming to you that you can tailgate with, and the only problem you're going to have is not having enough food for everybody, right?
Absolutely. So, tailgating automatically to me brings up like hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And, hot dogs and beverages and stuff, that's a big thing for tailgating. But hot dogs or even sausage on the grill, I know people that are pretty hardcore, they bring their grills out and they tailgate in their RVs or whatever. I even know people that put grills in the back of their pickup trucks or what have you. And so then they cook sausage and hot dogs and all that, and it's processed food. And as we know, processed food is very bad cardiovascularly, for type 2 diabetes, and there's just so many health implications to processed food, including cancer. And so, but you still should be able to tailgate. There's nothing you can't do when you're whole food plant-based. So sure, we could show you hot dogs today or something like that, or the wonderful burgers that we've shared with you.
Exactly.
But we're gonna try some different things that are quick and easy and fun, and something that you could actually make up at the ballpark as well.
Absolutely.
So you could make it at home, right? Put it in a cooler or one of those bags that zips up and bring it with you, or you could do it there. So let's show them how we think you can do it, okay?
I'm ready.
And we can tailgate. And you know what you could do for fun? You could just go out into your backyard and put your tailgate down and tailgate too. It sounds like it would be fun, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
So what we're gonna do is 3 things for you today. The first one we're gonna do is little sort of bite-sized shooter potatoes with cheese and chives. So what we're gonna do is I was thinking of forking these potatoes and showing them how I do them in the air fryer. And then I thought, well, hold on a second. I probably won't be bringing my air fryer or my oven to the tailgate, or if I was actually tailgating, right? If we were actually tailgating, honey, we probably wouldn't do that. But if we had a grill, we could do that. So what we did is we cooked these ahead of time in our Instant Pot. They've actually been in here for hours, but I did cook these on high pressure for 20 minutes because I just did the little itty bitty potatoes. Let me show you.
Those are cool.
So I just did the little yellow itty bitty potatoes. This is dripping a little bit, but you can see. So
that's neat, so they can do that and just bring it with them.
Yes, absolutely, honey.
Gotcha.
So we actually bought these. It's a 2-pound bag. They're just little yellow potatoes. But I think you could buy the red or the multicolored would even be fun. So what I thought we could do, and again, in true Terry and Angel style, we're just coming up with these ideas on the fly.
Right.
But what I thought we could do is take these little potatoes, and to your point, honey, cook them ahead of time in the Instant Pot and just cut them in half.
Okay.
So let me just kind of show you what I'm thinking.
Okay.
We'll just cut them in half like this.
Okay.
And we'll make little potato bites,
Right.
So for me today, because I'm not going to be putting these on the grill, Terry and I aren't going to put these on the grill. Want to help me out, honey?
Babe.
Thank you. But we are going to cut, I'll use this little board over here and you use that one.
Okay.
So we'll cut these in half, and I'm just going to quickly cook these in the air fryer. Again, I was thinking about these would be so good if Terry and I actually cut these in half and sort of forked them out like a twice-baked potato, because we really like eating those.
Exactly. We've done that a lot.
We have done that a lot. The reason I'm not doing that today is because I wanted to show you that you could do this, cut them in half. You could put them in like a Ziploc bag or a Tupperware container. And when you bring them and you have a grill there, you could just put them this way down on the grill and just grill them and warm them up.
That's perfect.
So that would be perfect, right?
That's perfect.
So that's what we're gonna do. But for today, because Terry and I are inside, we're just gonna quickly bake them and make them crispy in our air fryer. You could also do this by cutting these, putting them on a cookie sheet, parchment lined cookie sheet, and putting them in your oven.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, right? So they get just We're just looking for something crispy. So you can
Absolutely.
grill them, you can bake them in the oven, you can put them in the air fryer, you know, whatever works for you. These little babies are gonna be creamy. I can feel it
I see.
while I'm cooking.
And you know what's funny, honey, because
them.
you have a lot of professional tailgaters. I mean, they're actually professional tailgaters. They go hours before an event, whether it's a professional event or whether it's a local, you know, event, and I mean, it looks like a kitchen in the parking lot, right? And they really do it up.
It's so cool. I mean, I admire those people immensely.
Absolutely. So I'm excited to hear from some of you guys what you come up with our recipes. Maybe you can let us know what you guys do.
That's a
That's
great
whole food
idea.
plant-based.
I wonder if there's other things that people use to make things hot, like when they're camping or whatever. You know, you could always use something like that. Or you know what's cute? My son one time bought us, little bouncing potato. We're gonna put these in the air fryer, honey.
Looks yummy.
Let's put them on 425 for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because we want to get them nice and crispy. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So my son one time, he bought us a little grill that you could put little charcoal in or what have you. And it was tiny, just a little tiny, almost like I want to say an apartment size or something. And you know, you could bring one of those with you or something like that. I'm just trying to off the fly say, how could you do this? But the whole point is to get your potatoes nice and crispy. You could always do this ahead of time, but they're going to be room temperature. They're not going to be warm. So if you're looking to do something warm, I would do it that way. So we're going to do ours 425 for 10 minutes. Make them crispy. You could also do it in your oven or again outside on a grill or
absolutely.
Whatever little apparatus you want to bring with you. I guess you could, if you had electric, you could bring something and plug it in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. These guys are professionals.
I
a lot of them
know,
are.
right? You could bring your air fryer. I mean, if you really wanted to get creative and go out there. So another fun thing we're going to do, this rest of the stuff we're going to do is make ahead. The only thing that really has to be cooked in all three of these recipes are those potatoes.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, it's cooking. So we are going to make a hummus. And let me see if I have a spoon here. Just have 1 jar of chickpeas, either drained and rinsed really well, or if you can, your own beans. Just use those, but I'm just using 1 jar for this. And I'm just gonna make a really quick hummus. I know I have made this for you before, Terry and I have, but for this one, I was just gonna make it super garlicky since we're tailgating.
Hey, it sounds
How
great.
does that sound?
Sounds great to me.
So I'm gonna use thank you so much for cutting the lemon.
You're welcome.
1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then I thought I would use I really like this garlic paste. It's got just a wonderful aroma. It's almost like roasty. And we find this in our local grocery store, just in the aisle with sort of the other jarred stuff, peppers and what have you. So this is
garlic paste.
Just garlic.
If you haven't made your own hummus,
you gotta do it.
It is such a treat. And you know, you put your chickpeas in, you kind of put whatever seasonings you want in terms of powder, garlic powder, onion powder, garlic paste, and you can have many different variations, but it is so fresh and so good. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Because the hummus that you buy out, 9 times out of 10, and we've shown a few that don't have oil, has a lot of oil, and it's really not good for you. But this, it's unbelievable, and it's so tasty and fresh. Right, babe?
Yes, we were looking at some hummuses the other day, Terry and I, in the store, and some of them had 13 grams, 19 grams of fat in a serving.
In a serving.
So we think we're eating healthy stuff and we're doing the right thing, but my goodness, that's so much.
Yeah.
So I put 1 whole lemon. I put 1 really heaping teaspoon of this garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm just gonna put a splash of this low sodium veggie broth. If you make your own, by all means, but just a splash.
Okay.
That was like maybe 2 teaspoons or something.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna grind this up really quickly. Okay, this is looking really creamy and delicious. Yummy, yummy. That looks
So
delicious,
fresh.
doesn't
So,
it?
and I have to tell you this. So, I was not a big hummus fan prior to going whole food plant based, right, babe?
Yeah.
And Angel tried to get me to eat hummus. I don't know how many times.
Yes. Come on, honey,
But-
try it. Try it.
I'll tell you when I made the change. When I tasted the fresh made hummus, that was it for me. I mean, it really put me over the top, and I was like, man, this is great. And now I love hummus. So if you're not a big fan of hummus, make your own.
Yeah. And make
Put
it
your own,
make it
your way.
own.
Customize it.
Make it your own. Like this is a garlicky one, but it's so delicious.
Unbelievable. It's
So
so fresh.
delicious. So what we're gonna do is have some fun. Honey, show them the beautiful cucumbers and tomatoes that you chopped up for us.
Absolutely.
So we chopped up some fresh tomatoes and fresh cucumbers. It's just that simple.
Yep.
I wanted to make like a trifle, but I wanted to make something that you could take with you in a decent sized dish. So this is what we're gonna do. Again, we're just being creative. You don't have to use the glass one, but I wanted to see it. So what I'm thinking is we will take our fresh made hummus here and we'll take a little rubber spatula. And I thought we would just do a couple layers of hummus and the veggies.
Okay.
Right? So maybe like half the hummus.
So this is kind of our little layered.
Yes, our
dip.
little layered dip. You know
Okay.
how there's always layered dip and it's like cheese and sour cream and all that. So we're gonna do a whole food plant-based layered dip. You know, and I think you could do anything. You could do a Southwest style one, but today we're gonna do a little bit of Mediterranean style one.
So you want to just
Yeah.
kind of
So
dump it
why
in
don't
there?
we? Yeah. But go ahead. Put some cucumber, maybe. What did you cut up? Like a whole cucumber
Yeah, whole
or something?
cucumber. It's a nice size
He made
cucumber.
it pretty on the sides. Like he sort of peeled little pieces and he did so good. So that's plenty.
Is that good?
Thank you. So
Okay.
we got our layer of cucumber and now we'll do a layer of tomato.
Cherry tomatoes.
Oh, these
So
are
yummy.
so gorgeous. And he did, I'm glad you said that, honey. He did do the cherry tomatoes because sometimes they're a little bit sweeter. Then what I was thinking we could do, I just put some garlic powder in here. So a little bit of garlic because we have the garlic in the hummus.
Yep.
So just a little bit of garlic powder on the veggies to make them a little bit garlicky and give them a little bit of flavor. And then we'll add a little bit more of our hummus. I know, I can't wait to try this. Terry and I have never made this before. I was just thinking, what would be fun to sort of take and dip? And I'm more of a tapas person. I like a lot of stuff that I can just taste. I don't know why. I've always been that way.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that because when we weren't whole food plant based and we go to different restaurants, a lot of times we would get tapas and we would share. But most of them were very healthy.
Very healthy.
Because we ate healthy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Even though we weren't whole food plant based, but to your point,
a lot of them had shrimp.
A lot of them had shrimp, absolutely.
Right, honey? That's okay. So we'll do a little bit more cucumber, and if you want to top them off with the beautiful tomatoes, honey, this is going to be so good.
Can't wait to dip into
Wait
this.
till you guys. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could come tailgate with us.
Exactly.
This is so fun and pretty. We'll just top it off with it. Oh, that's beautiful.
Is that perfect?
That's beautiful.
All
and
right.
this is actually a glass takeaway container, so you can actually put the lid on it. That's why I was trying to make it fit.
Wow,
But
look
can
at
you
that.
see?
Look at the layers.
Can you see the layers? Isn't that cool?
If you want to be ambitious, you can just make a larger one and just layer it more for more people. Like I said, the only problem you're going to have is not having enough for other people.
Or running out of your food.
Exactly. Because everyone's so curious. Oh, what is that?
Yes,
Let me taste.
So delicious.
And they just fall in love with it.
So we just topped it off, and I guess you could put a few sprigs of like basil on here,
make it look
parsley,
pretty.
just to make it look pretty. And what I did is I had baked off a few of the chips. As you know, I buy the chips, just corn tortillas. And I just cut them into 6. I've done that for you on shows before. And I just baked them in the oven on 350 degrees convection. for 10 minutes, and they come out nice and crispy. And
Awesome.
so I bake these. Again, I put them in a to-go container that has a lid, so you can put all your chips in here, or you know what, you can put them in a Ziploc bag.
Absolutely.
I love those gallon-sized Ziploc bags.
Absolutely.
And then you can just eat this like this. But we're gonna taste everything together when we're all done.
Exactly.
I'm
Man, that looks yummy. I
dying to
cannot
taste
wait.
this.
That looks so
But
yummy.
you have your chips.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your beautiful dip. I mean,
Chips and dip. Can't go wrong.
Chips and dip. And by the way, it's balanced, right? It's balanced. It's got lots of veggies. You have your beans in here for your chickpeas or chichi like chichi beans. My mom calls them chichi beans. And your corn tortillas. So this is
it is balanced.
This is a great, wonderful tailgating fun snack. So we'll put this aside until we have our other stuff and torture ourselves as we wait, right, honey?
Exactly.
And then we are going to move on to our final idea. All right, so the final idea that we have is to make pinwheels. So veggie pinwheels, which are going to be delicious, easy, and again, you don't have to bake these. So I actually buy this Middle East bakery lavish bread at Whole Foods, and it has 0 fat in it and 0 sugar, and they're whole wheat. 0 fat, 0 sugar, and 0 cholesterol. Okay, these are really, really good, and they're made with stone ground whole wheat. So I like the ingredients in here. I love they don't have any fat, cholesterol, and sugar. So there's 4 in a pack. So and they're so good. They're soft,
really yummy.
and
Really
they're
yummy.
pliable. We've been making burritos with these and all kinds of stuff. Another thing that I get from Whole Foods, as you know, is this fat-free, which is oil-free hummus. So I wanted to show you, as you know, I make the hummus all the time, but if you wanted to make this at the ballpark, you could just bring these in the bag, bring your little hummus in your cooler, you know, and then just take it off and just spread it on. So these are gonna be pinwheels. So we're gonna spread this out pretty good. And you're gonna be sharing this, so I don't want you to think you're gonna be eating all of this hummus by yourself and what have you. But so I'm gonna spread this out so that it sort of sticks. It's almost like a glue when you're making a pinwheel. So pinwheels are fun. A lot of times I've seen them made out of ham and cheese and tuna fish, and I've seen pretty pinwheels, and they make such a nice appetizer or just a fun sort of food that you can eat with your hand that you don't need a fork. So otherwise known as eating at the ballpark, right?
Exactly.
And it's just quick, delicious, and easy. And you could even make these ahead of time and pack them to go with you because it's yummy.
This is
So
perfect.
I just spread the hummus on top of here. Oh, thank you, honey. So we'll just close this up. Again, you can take it with you. You can make it ahead of time. It's really up to you. And then I'm just going to use, for us, Terry sliced up some beautiful tomatoes. I'm going to use some sweet peppers. I love these sandwich toppers. Around here, we can find the yellow roasted peppers. The red is just as good. And then I just wanted to show you sort of a chef's cut roasted red pepper. All of these are in water. Nothing is in oil. But you could use the chef's cut just as much as you can use the whole ones, because you can actually take the whole jar with you and just put them on. So it's like that, or you have the whole one. So let's just put a few tomatoes down, honey.
All right.
And let's see how we're gonna roll this up. But we'll put a few tomatoes down, maybe just one more layer.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just do one more.
Okay.
Awesome. So that's how we have it. Hopefully you can see what we're doing. And then I think we'll just put a few of these like chef's cut, like I said. These are roasted red peppers. And if you don't like peppers, don't use peppers. Use cucumber, use zucchini.
Yeah, if you want pickles.
Yes, oh my
whatever.
gosh, pickles would be so good. Use lettuce. I
Mhm.
wonder why I didn't have lettuce for this, but we didn't have lettuce, so out, so we're not going to use it today, but that would actually be a really great idea.
Absolutely.
We'll use some of these pretty yellow peppers because I had a jar open. Honey, can I borrow your knife?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And
these are so delicious.
These are
and they
so
smell
good.
yummy. Oh.
And I love the juice that comes out of them. That's why I'm letting the juice run on here. But they come pretty whole, so you just want to be able to cut them to fit, because this is a whole one.
And this bread is pretty.
Oh yeah.
I don't say thick, but it's pliable enough where
It really
the juice
is.
from the peppers won't make it soggy, right?
Great point, honey. Absolutely correct. And then I thought we would just put a few sweet peppers on the top.
Oh, sweet peppers. That's
Again,
another pepper that I wasn't a big fan of. I didn't eat a lot of sweet peppers
Oh
growing
my gosh,
up,
my cheeks
but
are watering.
I am a big fan of sweet peppers now.
Big fan because they're so pickly and yummy. I mean, like I said, you could put lettuce on here. If you like grilled stuff, you could put portobello mushrooms or shiitake or whatever. You could just eat it completely raw. There's so many things you can do.
Right.
These are just the things that we happen to have on hand, so that's what we're using.
Right.
And so what I'm gonna do is probably not so eloquently. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna spread this out a little bit because now that I'm thinking about it,
Okay.
let's spread it out. This is what happens when you do stuff on the fly, but it's okay because we're in good company.
Absolutely.
We're here with all of our friends, honey, and we are in good company. So now that I'm thinking through it, I like it spread out like this a little bit better.
So you can roll it a little
So
better.
I can make it and make sort of this pinwheel.
Okay.
And we'll see how it turns out. Keep the stuff inside, roll it tight-ish. Tight-ish, but not really that tight.
Right.
And now I've realized that in true angel style, I probably put too much stuff in here. But I still like it.
Looks yummy.
I mean, it looks delicious, right?
Absolutely.
And then we will I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to use the same knife if you don't mind, sweetie.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I'm just going to cut it down the
Wow.
center
Look
and
at
sort of
that.
show you.
Look at that. It
what it
looks
looks like.
delicious.
So, and then it's just like the pinwheels. Maybe I'll cut this one like this, and then I'll put them back. But you guys get the idea. You could do this any way that you wanted to.
And it's rolled.
And then just roll them. And then you have.
And you can lay them down. If you lay them down on a flat,
Look.
you can all put them together. Wow.
I mean, this is really
Looks
nice.
yummy.
And then I thought what we could do, I mean, for us, we can lay them down on this plate just so you can see how they come out. And same thing for this. Really nice. And we'll just lay them on here. And then you can have them all lined up, and then you can come along and you can get your finger foods right off the tray. So
That's a great idea, babe.
honey, why don't we check on our potatoes
Okay.
and we'll finish those up and then we get to taste.
I can't wait.
Okay, so we just got the potatoes out from baking, and what we actually did, I don't know why I said bake, but I actually air roasted these. You could roast them in your oven, or again, we're trying to show you how you can cook these outside, so cut them in half. We were just trying to get them crispy, and this is exactly what a grill would do.
Came out
Actually,
perfect.
you'd have those really pretty grill marks, but they would just be warm and crispy. Right now, they're really warm and really crispy, but you can feel that they're soft on the inside. Feel them, honey.
Absolutely.
So what we are going to do with these is we shredded some of our hard cheese that we make, our cheddar cheese, and we'll put any of the recipes that we're talking about now, we'll put them in the description box for you. But this is just the cheddar cheese that we've already made for you. And what I thought we would do, if we were outside, these are plastic, little plastic plates. So, you could take these hot off the grill, put a couple on your plate, and then you can put some cheese and chives. So that's what I thought would be really delicious. A little bit of grated cheese.
A little bit of grated cheese, chive. I love chives.
Oh, I know you love chives. That's why I
chive.
picked chives, because I thought, what does my sweetie love? He loves chives. But the cheese should melt from some of the heat. Now, if I were doing these inside and I wasn't worried about how to show you how to make these fancy outside as you're tailgating, I would put the cheese on them and you could melt it a little bit in your oven.
Yes.
And it'd be nice and hot and bubbly. So that would be delicious. So this is what we did with ours. You could also use ketchup if you didn't want to have cheese and chives just as a nice appetizer. Those are so pretty, honey.
They look yummy.
Do you want to try them?
Absolutely.
So we have our 3. Hopefully you can see this is a little bit warm. Let me move it out of the way. Okay. And we have our little pinwheels here. We have our layer dip. We have our fresh chips. And this is wonderful for a tailgate. And now we get to taste.
What a tailgate delight.
Yes, salud.
All in one bite.
You know what?
Wow.
I don't think you need to melt the cheese because it's just potato. It's hot.
Potato is hot.
These potatoes will come hot off the grill. And grate your cheddar cheese that you make.
Put your scallions on.
As you can see, it grades up beautifully. I just made it and grated it with the cheese grater. Put your scallions on. I need them right there by the barbecue.
And all the flavors really come together really nicely, I think. The cheese, the potato, and the chives. It really just, you get like layers of flavor once you bite into it. You'll see. Wow, really nice.
Delicious. You want to try the pinwheels, honey?
Well done. I'm going to take one more bite of this.
Okay. Well, let me give you a pinwheel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to get a pinwheel.
Right
and
on.
as they sat here for a couple minutes, they're sticking together really well.
They are.
And like Terry said, these lavish breads are a little bit thicker, so they hold up pretty good.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's not like
I'm looking
soggy.
forward to this.
Salud. Wow.
Delicious veggie sandwich.
It's unbelievable. Wow.
That is delicious.
Unbelievable. I can't wait for you guys to taste this. That is a perfect tailgate dish there. Perfect. Wow.
I am loving this.
Awesome.
I'm loving that you can make it from your tailgate.
Absolutely.
You know, little preparation.
Little preparation. But again, small tapas. Delicious.
Dry food on my face.
You know.
Okay, so those are delicious.
Delicious.
We're gonna devour those.
Big time.
And honey, for you, and let's try. I love the way this looks, guys. I'm really excited about having a layered dip. Please, honey.
All right, let's see. And the chip is
Get on in there and
enough.
get everything.
The chip is firm enough.
Yes, the chip is
Didn't break
firm
off.
enough.
Salud.
Salud.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna be a piggy. So fresh.
Very fresh.
Listen,
Wow.
I love the cucumber in there.
Absolutely.
Honey,
I like it
I
all.
love the cucumber in there. You could even drizzle this with a little balsamic if you wanted to. It doesn't need it.
Pepper to taste.
Pepper to sweetie. My sweetie loves pepper.
Wow.
That
Really
is
good.
so good and so refreshing. And as you can tell, these containers have the snap lids that go on top. So you just bring it with you.
And it's light. It's really light.
It's so light, and you can just munch.
Exactly.
I mean, you're
Go into
munching
the-
on these.
Go into your sporting event and actually stay awake, you know?
No, exactly. Make
Don't
your
feel
little
sluggish.
potatoes. These would be adorable with little grill marks on them. Put your little cheese chives. You could even make the bacon
Absolutely.
that Terry and I make and crumble it on top and have bacon, cheddar,
Absolutely.
and chive. It would be delicious. You could dig out the centers of these bigger ones
Absolutely.
and fill them up with bacon, cheddar, and chive. You could even put
That's a
broccoli
good
in these. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many wonderful things. This was
A hit.
a pleasure.
A hit.
Thank
Thanks,
you
baby.
so
Nice
much.
job.
Aw,
Nice job.
This was so fun. So,
Very
okay,
nice
guys, go tailgate. Have fun with your friends.
Absolutely.
Enjoy life. Enjoy eating. And when you're done, like Terry said, you wouldn't have had all that processed food and feel bad. And this stuff is delicious. I mean, we're not missing anything.
No, not a bit. I mean,
at all.
unbelievable. I can't wait for you guys to taste this. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you think. If you like us, subscribe.
Please.
We do it for you.
Absolutely.
Wow, babe. I'm impressed.
Thank
I'm
you.
impressed. This
Thank
is
you
really,
for
really
your
good.
support, everybody. Have a great weekend and
Yep.
have a good time.
Take
care,
care.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.